Lita?
I want to go up there and end this myself. But I just feel like I don't have the stomach for it anymore.
Some people can run on vengeance forever, but not you. You're a leader. A hero. Just like Lars.
And you?
I'm not going up there for vengeance.
What are you going up there for?
I'm just cleaning up a mess. Yep. That's my job.
Bye, Eddie.
How do we stop this, Ophelia?
One of us has to die.
Okay. I nominate the person who sold us out to the demons.
You're right. Better you than me.
Please do not stop. You two have been having such an entertaining war.
I see you called in your boyfriend for help. Secoria?
No, wait. Secoria?
Secoria? This girl? This sad, human girl? Oh, you think she is the grand demon witch? The white-winged death? This soggy puppet couldn't hold a candle to Emperor Secoria. The Emperor was our most fierce, our most bloodthirsty warrior. Oh, I'll admit I was pleased when she left our time, her throne unattended. But when she did not return, I mourned for her. I thought she had failed.
What are you talking about? She did fail. My father killed her, right? She's never coming back.
That's not exactly what your father did to her. The road can be a lonely place, don't you think? No, she succeeded in sending us a great wealth of secrets. Not from the future, but from our past. Through the vessel of her own child. Thank you, son of Secoria, for completing your mother's mission, for teaching us the secrets of the Titans, and ensuring our rule over this land forever.
But you said...
That I smelled her blood in the temple. I did, just as I can smell it now. Coursing through your veins.
No way.
Imagine my relief when I found out it was just you and not Secoria back to fight me for the throne. Why are you acting so surprised? You're wearing her shirt. You're wielding her axe. Now, we may finally crush this Black Tear rebellion forever. Starting like we did the last time. By tearing out its heart.
Ophelia!
Oh, please. That was nothing compared to what you did to her. You made her into a little monster. Now let me show you how to make a big one.
let it go.
Mangus, get back on the board. Kick some ass! Back in mid, got your track. Let's move! Let me add a little fire to that.
Looks like someone's going after our merch.
Teamwork! Go get him! Find the beacon and get yourselves there! Combo style! Gross, disgusting mutants. That's enough out of you. We need to attack the sides! Bring down those heads! Man, what a quitter!
What's this? Get up, you!
The light's shining.
We
Find
got
it!
one. Eddie, we killed one of the heads!
I'm not so sure it's dead. Time to get the F out of Dodge.
You know, I'm glad now that your mother refused my advances all those years ago. Because at least I know you're not my son. There aren't many who can say that.
Lay waste!
I'm mad now.
Let me
Destroy!
take a moment to tell you what an honor it is to serve with us.
Move it! Like that!
Yes, right.
Get moving! The light's shining. Find it!
You might be doing more harm than good. Oh no,
Oh, I wouldn't give for a nice sharp set of keys right now.
I think I know that guy.
Find the beacon and get yourselves there!
I can feel no pain from that new little
That's enough out of you. Man, this better not be dulling my blade.
Oh no.
Okay, it's down again.
No, not you two. I thought you were the smart one.
Okay, let me go finish it off. I think I should get you a new paint job. That one was for Lars!
Oh, give it up. Whatever victories your demon blood grants you will soon be unraveled by your human weakness. Come and see me when you grow a pair as big as your mother's.
Hope he's talking about horns.
Son of Sakoria, suckled by the dry teat of man. You are half so many things, I doubt any part of you is whole. Is there even a word for a creature such as you?
Yeah, I'm a roadie. I keep the trash off the stage.
That was one of my children! Silence!
When did I get so
Die with dignity! Try again. That axe has vanished from the earth.
I should teach a class.
Is that my blood? I'm dead! Do not cling to me. You weaklings! You only make what is happening to me.
Nice try.
Do you know how long it took to create that creature? Max. Take this. Vanish. Come. Dead. This can't be
Gotta wait for it to cool down.
I knew that wasn't the real you.
Tonight, we are here to celebrate a great man, a true hero, who fought by our side, who led us to freedom, who believed in us when no one else did. A man who should never be, who will never be forgotten.
When Lars Halford fell, the cause seemed lost. But it survived, because there was another great warrior in our midst. Let us not forget the sacrifice and bravery of Lita Halford, everybody!
My brother saw goodness in people. Even in people for whom I had nothing but suspicion. Now I hope that we can stand together. I hope we can all stand together. For the honor of Bladehenge, for the freedom of its people, and for the glory of its metal!
Hey, man. You're missing the party.
Oh, yeah. You know, I'm more comfortable back here.
Yeah. Oh, here. I got something for you.
Aw, Mangus, you didn't have to get me. Hey, wait. This is my tour book.
Yeah, I swiped it.
And it seems you wrote on it.
Well, I wanted to leave you a little note, and then some of the other guys wanted to sign it for you.
Don't forget about us, man.
Dudes, I'm not going away. I just got a couple errands to run. I'll be right back.
You better. I'm not doing the loadout by myself.
You don't have to do the loadout at all. We're staying here for good.
The tour's over?
Yeah, man. Tour's over. We're home now. A good roadie knows his whole job is to make someone else look good, keep someone else safe, help someone else do what they were put here to do. A good roadie stays out of the spotlight. If he's doing his job right, you don't even know he's there. Once in a while he might step on stage just to fix a problem, to set something right. But then before you even realize he was there, or what he did, he's gone. All right, now that that business is over, just a couple other loose ends I'd like to tie up. You gotta be kidding me.
I would never joke about my life and death battle with the mighty Hextodon. When I ate his heart, I said, "Thank you, mighty Hextodon, for giving me all your strength and making me even more virile."
Ew.
And then I ate the hearts of a couple of his friends.
Hunting has really messed you up, man.
You're gonna have to get as crazy as me if you want to beat my final record. I killed 3 of these.
Seriously?
You haven't lived until you've slept naked on Hextodon fur.
God, shut up!
Why don't you shut me up?
I can beat that easy.
I'd get moving if I were you. Never be as good as me.
That again sometime.
The king used the song of Aetulia to
Hey, who we ambushing? Bad guys. Wanna help? Alright, I'm joining this ambush. Let's piss on this fire and get ourselves hid.
Let's
sneak attack! just marching around kicking ass. We're just keeping this land safe.
When Sukoria arrived in the modern age, she made a horrible discovery. The future belonged to humans, not demons. They were the inheritors of the Titan's legacy, and their civilized world drained her of her spirit, her bloodlust, and her will to live. She could not return a failure, so she released her slaves and retired in defeat to a hidden cave. The stowaway, Ragnarok, stayed with her to complete his mission, but he could not bring himself to kill the pitiful once great warrior. Instead, he took care of her, and they became companions. Far away from their old world and its ancient battles, prejudices, and taboos, an intimacy developed, and then a coupling, and then, miraculously, a child. Its birth left Sukoria lifeless, and Ragnarok took the child out of the cave and raised him in the age of modern man, never telling him of his forbidden ancestry.
I think I should get you a new paint job.
Humanity was enslaved by the coil. Humanity was enslaved by the coil and suffered their cruelty for ages until a leader emerged and led the humans in rebellion. He made them into an army, taught them to make weapons, cars, and clothing from the natural world. The man they called Ragnarok was so effective, the desperate coil broke the seal on the sea of black tears, knowing the allure and danger it had for humans. Those who drank first, intoxicated with power, renamed their uprising the Black Tear Rebellion. But madness eventually turned human against human and tore the movement apart. Ragnarok never gave in to the sorrow, and he alone survived. His rebellion crushed, he set off on one final mission to assassinate the tainted emperor. He was never seen again. The tainted coil never comprehended the Titan's instructions. They were too consumed with their feelings of abandonment and betrayal. How could their masters leave them alone? Where had they gone? They searched the entire world, but the only trace of the Titans they ever found was a single shred of a single nail from a single toe of their old masters. They worshipped the master's nail and tried to reanimate it with dark and bloody rituals. But all they could create was small replicas of the Titans, creatures no bigger than themselves, whose very size mocked the coil's failure. And that is how the tainted coil came to create and immediately despise the race of man.
Been about you and me, baby.
Titan civilization exploded with new art and technology. Their cities flourished with culture and echoed with the sound of pounding metal as gleaming skyscrapers were hammered out of Ormagodon's flesh and vaulted against the sky. From this collision of artistic passion, invention, and sonic overload, a new kind of music was born. It was as hard and heavy as the fire beast's metallic flesh. It had the power of his blood, the heat of his fire, the speed of his flight, and the mighty roar of his death cry. But it also had the angelic beauty of Aetulia's song, and a touch of her mournful wail. Its words told the story of a fierce and noble age. It was an anthem of the people, and they called it heavy metal. After growing and advancing for millennia, the Titans were giant, all-knowing entities of spiritual perfection who could no longer be confined by this mortal plane. In the final stage of their evolution, they ascended into the heavens to become metal gods. Before they left, they took time to weave instructions for all they had invented into the natural world. They taught spiders how to spin guitar strings for webs, and the trees how to grow exhaust pipes for branches. They etched hieroglyphics that showed how to put these elements together. We give our secrets to the future generations, they inscribed in glowing letters, so that they may know the glory of metal.
We're on patrol!
After she was used to lure Ormagodon to his death, Aetulia was left to cry alone in the darkness for an eternity. She wept for so long, her tears turned into an ocean of pure sorrow, and she turned to dust. Whomever drinks from this ancient sea of black tears is granted some of Aetulia's power, but also cursed with her all-consuming grief. Most tear drinkers go mad and destroy themselves and everything around them in a murderous rage. The Titans dropped a mountain on top of the sea to keep themselves safe from its allure. But it is said that through the cracks in the mountain you can still hear Etulia singing, inviting passers-by to come lose themselves in her sad waters.
We're on patrol, just marching around kicking ass.
Thank you, mighty Hexagon, for giving me all your strength and making me even more virile. Oh God, I'm becoming that guy.
To ensure their dominance over the world forever, the Tainted Coil decided to hunt down the so-called future generations and take back the wealth of knowledge so unfairly bequeathed to them by the Titans. They performed a 10-year ceremony of orgy and sacrifice that culminated with a gross perversion of time that sent their emperor and most bloodthirsty warrior forward to the age of modern man. Along with the emperor, they sent a small idol of Ormagoden, which would return the traveler if a blood offering were made into its mouth. They also sent a small cadre of the emperor's slaves, not knowing that among them hid a murderous stowaway. the king used the song of Aetulia to lure the fire beast Ormagodon to the ground, where the first ones trapped him and tried to douse his flaming body with mud. Rather than be extinguished, the mighty fire beast let out an earth-shattering scream and exploded like a sun. 1,000,000 pieces of his steel flesh shot into the ground, veining it with ore. His fire flew up into the sky and became the sun. There was so much blood it flooded the world, drowning all the first ones as it formed the oceans. His death cry was so loud that it echoes throughout the world to this day. Low creatures felled the god Ormagodon, but his death gave the world the elements from which a new era would rise: blood, fire, noise, and metal.
That'll teach you. That's right! Okay, you're free to go.
In the beginning, all was darkness. That was how the first ones preferred it, for they were so hideous that even they could not bear to look upon themselves. Then came the fire beast, a giant monster of flaming molten iron who roared across the sky like an angry comet. His metal body burned so brightly, it illuminated the world and all its hateful creatures. He was Ormagodon, cremator of the sky, and the first ones loathed him because his light forced them to see themselves as they truly were. So they hid underground and dreamed of a day when they could murder the fire beast and rid the world of his light forever.
I never get tired of that.
The first ones spent their days feeding from Madronol, the teated tree of drinking. They suckled from her bark a thick nectar that flowed up from her roots, which penetrated the ground so deeply they reached even into the untouched place. There, a beautiful being named Aetulia sang to the roots of Madronol, and the tree turned her song into nourishment for the ungrateful creatures above. One day, the greediest of them sneaked into her sanctuary and trapped Aetulia in a cage, forcing her to sing only for him. That is how he gained unlimited power over all creatures and became their first and most terrible king.
I have slayed the largest beast in the land!
You know those things are endangered, right?
In danger of being delicious, you mean? Now what's next?
Next step is I hit the road.
You're leaving?
I've developed too big a following in this area. I'm gonna have to split. I just hope there's a land out there with bigger, more ferocious game, and fewer copycat hunters. Since you're obviously one of my biggest fans, I've got a little something for you. Here.
Thanks.
Just remember, whenever you kill something, a tiny piece of you dies. A tiny, sissy, baby bedwetting piece that you didn't want anyway. Understand?
I think so.
Good. Now get out of here, killer.
Ragnarok lived out the rest of his life in peace. And when he passed, his son Edward found the idol of Ormagodin in his attic, mistaking it for a belt buckle. He wore it to remember his father, but when an accident let his blood fall into the beast's mouth, the spirit of Ormagodin was summoned, and the fire beast took Edward back in time to the age of metal. There he found that his combination of roadie skills and demon blood allowed him, and him alone, to complete his father's mission. To slay the demon emperor, push back the flood of black tears, and fight for the freedom of his people and the glory of their metal.
the Guardian of Metal's getting a little bit tired of all this. Metal, yes, take care of your car. The maximum... Now here's where things get interesting. Just a little XD. We can buff out the scratches while we're at it. These strings come with... That'll really get their attention. I wouldn't play that in the rain if I were you. Pain comes in many flavors. This one's a troublemaker. Slash and burn. I've got a couple of moves I can show you. It's like a pretty fountain that kills people. Keep the...
Okay, see you later, Guardian of Metal.
I want you to go fucking crazy out there. Do you hear? What is it? Metal noise, blood and fire. Style is important. I've got a couple of moves I can show you. It's like a pretty Enjoy that one, you sick. This one's a little flashy.
Okay, see you later, Guardian of Metal.
Go fucking crazy!